Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back, dude, to another episode of the Yo, Yo, Yo podcast with Martin and Hooter.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Yo, Yo, Yo podcast. How you doing, Hooter?
What is up, Dad?
Dude, just fucking here. Looking forward to this beautiful day. Podcasting with my son, my favorite son.
You know, doing father-son things.
Doing father-son things. I tell Naomi she's my favorite daughter.
Oh, that's funny.
And she goes, I'm your only daughter. And I go, why can't you just take a fucking compliment? You're my favorite. She goes, I know Mr. Hooter's your favorite. Well, he's my favorite son. And you're my favorite daughter.
I asked my kids, who's my favorite?
Do you?
Yeah. And they all say
You're
yes.
such a dick.
And they all say, me. And then they say, who? Who is it? Who is it? I say, I don't know. We'll see who's good today.
Every day is a different favorite.
Fuck yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite?
I thought I did, but I don't think I do. I kind of wish I did.
You did for a while. So when you thought you did,
Yeah.
who was it?
Meeks.
Because she was first.
Probably.
It has to be.
And because
Because you've known her longer.
Maybe.
But the more you get to know the other ones,
Yeah, I
you
guess
realize,
they're pretty cool too.
Look at this one.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
Oh, look at this one. Dude, fucking, like, I felt like I had this really good connection with Mateo. You know, like, even, like, before he was coming over, you know? Like, I'm like, this motherfucker, like, he knows shit beyond knowing shit. Like, you know? Because you kept saying he's dumb, and I'm like, nah, this fucker knows.
Yeah.
But fucking Micah, dude. You know the yoga shit that I have in that crate?
Yes.
It's got all the shit in there.
Yeah. Your
And
blocks. Your yoga
It's got
blocks.
my blocks, my mats, you know, my things, my yoga things.
Yeah.
And we've always stacked them in, and I have two mats. One's an older mat than the newer mat. And so they're, you know, rolled up, and then they take up X amount of space in the fucking thing. The other day, I went in there and I pulled out the mats, and the smaller mat was inserted into the newer mat. It was like stacked in there.
Smart.
And I was like, hey, Chiki, did you put this like this? Who put this away like this? And she goes, oh, no. When the kids were over, I think Micah did that. She goes, and I never pulled it out. No, I go, this is great. And she goes, isn't it though? She goes, it's pretty fucking genius. It takes up less space, and it goes in here. And I go, Micah did that? Like, not that I was shocked, like, oh, this kid's fucking smart or whatever, but I was like, fucking Micah did that? And she goes, yeah, fucking, you know, because I said, hey, you guys got to put this away. And he started putting shit and stacking shit. And then I guess he saw a hole, and he saw a thing that fit in the hole. And he just said, let me stick this in the fucking hole. And I was like, God damn. I go, that's got to be him playing with Legos, him troubleshooting things, him being able to do that. But Mateo has put that shit away 100 goddamn times.
Yes.
And he's never done that. And it was always available for him to do that. I've put that thing away. Chiki's put that thing away. And it had never occurred to us to stick it in like that. Which sounds dumb, unless you see what I'm talking about.
No,
like, what is this
I get
motherfucker
it.
talking about?
I get it. There was a hole, and instead of two mats next to each other, he said, fuck that. I'm going to put this into this.
Right.
And that's what's going to be
Right.
the space. That's the only
Right.
space it's going to take up.
Right.
Yeah, dude, that kid.
And this was after he was gone. I realized he did that, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's smart.
It's very smart.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I never thought of it.
He figures shit out, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like to tell him. Like, I don't like to stop. He's one of the few out of my kids that I won't stop. Like, the other kids, I can see, oh, these dumb, like, hey, don't do it that way. Figure out a different way. But him, I hardly ever stop him, and he figures shit out. He, for dinner, the boys love to eat just like me, dude. Like whatever I'm doing, they want to do too. If I have a tortilla in my hand, then they want one too. And they want to do shit just like me. But
I hear they drink their water out of a handle.
yeah. These fucking guys. I don't know, dude. Well, I do know, but these fucking guys are dying for beer, bro. But this fool, like Mateo, he puts his shit in the thing, and by the time he puts it in his mouth, everything drops.
What are you talking about? The fork?
The taco.
The taco.
Like when he gets a tortilla, just like me.
Sure.
And Micah will figure out a way to keep it in and still eat it. It's a mess, but he figures it out.
Yeah.
And I hardly ever tell him. And like sometimes Priscilla will be like, Micah, and I'm like, what? He's gonna figure it out.
And
let him figure it out.
9 out of 10 times.
9 out of 10 times he'll figure it out. And when he doesn't get frustrated like my other two kids.
He just keeps working at it.
He just keeps working
until he does. And then if he doesn't, fuck it, I didn't.
But it'll still be done.
He was fucking around with the markers, and he kept stacking them to make like a giant wand.
Oh, yeah.
And then he kept picking them up, and they kept, obviously, if it's too big, it's too heavy on the top, they'd fall. And so then he kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And finally, he held it from the top and from the bottom. Like, if I do this, it's not going to go.
Topple over.
And I was like, God, that's good. Like, he knew, like, well, I keep doing it this way, and this fucking thing keeps falling. And I think he figured it out because he saw it tipping, and he just went like that, and he caught it. And then it's not like he realized, oh, let me let it go. And then it fell. No, he realized, I'll just hold it. And it's fucking crazy because he's younger than the other monkeys. But
I have my money on him with everything. It's going to be late talking, but I got my money on him for like the best at school, the best athletically.
I think Mateo will be the best athletically.
That motherfucker's clumsy.
Okay, then Meeks. Because Meeks is pretty athletic.
Meeks is very athletic.
She's very athletic. And the fact that, not saying that this is bad, but the fact that Micah runs on his tippy toes is like it. Meeks is way more, or maybe because she's older, she's way more coordinated. Yeah, and that might be the case with Mateo.
Even little, she had
good coordination.
Balance, yeah,
I'm clumsy as fuck. I think Mateo's gonna get my clumsiness. Yeah. I am so goddamn clumsy,
dude. I'd yell at him every time he fell during basketball. I said, bro, don't let me see you fall again, dude. Fucking guy falls again.
Why are you looking?
Yeah.
You don't want to see? That's on you, Holmes. Close your eyes, eh?
Shit.
But yeah, that was fucking crazy. So you had a favorite, now you have no favorites.
No. They do, you know.
I'll be honest with you. Like, I felt growing up that my parents played favoritism.
Yeah.
A, I was the oldest, and B, I was the only dude. My dad definitely showed favoritism to me.
Yeah.
And I think my mom might have tried not to, but like when I think about your Nina, she was way more like
responsible.
That's one fucking adjective. There's many more. And but yet, like, I still got a lot of the love, you know, which sucked. Like, now that I'm older and like back then, I used to throw, who's the favorite? And I knew it was me, you know. And now in retrospect, I think, like, well, what a fucking douchebag I was, man. Like, Teresa had a job. She had, you know, and me, fuck, dude, I was just taking off, getting fucking stoned and drunk with everybody, you know.
You know, the other day, Meeks is the oldest, so like she does a lot, right? And she probably gets in the most trouble because I feel she knows better, you know.
But she's still little. That's the thing.
And I do understand that she's still little, yada yada. But the other day, I thought like, fuck, man, maybe I'm too hard on her. Maybe I'm too like expect too much out of her, yada yada. But with all that I expect from her, I do let her get away with more than the other two. Like, I'll let her stay up later. You know what I mean? I'll let her watch her iPad longer. I'll let her fucking, like, there's more freedom that comes with the added responsibility that she gets.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
I feel like it kind of balances, right? And the other day she fell asleep early, so I wasn't able to have this conversation, but I wanted to tell her that, like, look, just because we expect so much out of you, and just because we get mad at you more often because we feel you should know better, you should be more responsible, yada yada, with that comes more freedom. You get perks with that. So don't feel like we're favoriting the two Bozo brothers.
I think, like, when I think about growing up, and I was talking to the Nina the other day. I went to go see my mom after I tested, the thing. I felt like, hey, you know what?
I'm clean.
Let me fucking go, Call it irresponsible, whatever the fuck you want. But I hadn't seen her in so long. And I'm like, this lady, she's fucking almost what? She'll be 89 this year. Is that right?
In December,
she'll be 89. I'm like, who knows how much, and whether she's got Alzheimer's or not, at least she still knows who the fuck I am, right? And so I went over there and started talking to the Nina a little bit, and we started reminiscing about being kids, And we're talking about when my aunt died, and I was driving, and I was like 13, and I was thinking of just how much the oldest kid gets put on them once they have younger siblings.
Like that.
Because immediately you don't need as much. You still need the attention. You still need the fucking nurturing.
Yeah.
But this little fuck needs it way more than you. And now you're expected to not so much fend for yourself, but you're not going to get coddled like you would if this fuck hadn't have showed up.
Yeah.
And so I feel, me being the oldest, that responsibility was kind of thrown on me. Not necessarily embraced by me. It's not like I said I'm the oldest and I'm going to...
You don't have an option.
Well, here's the thing. You would think you don't have an option, but I kind of deferred to my sister, who was 1 year younger than me. So we're pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
Even though I was the oldest, the Nina acted like the oldest 9 out of 10 times. She was way more, she took on that role of being like, when they tell me watch the twins, I'm going somewhere, I'd be like, hey man, don't fucking open the door. Somebody came to pick me up. They got weed. They got a case of beer. I'm taking off to fucking Royal Palms. You know what I mean? Like, I was very immature and very irresponsible. Way more so than, like, I didn't embrace those responsibilities that were thrown on me. Now, with that said, I also don't feel guilty about it. I don't think you should put a kid, by default, the oldest kid in a lot of Latino homes becomes the fucking babysitter. Becomes the, you gotta watch for these help me with the kids. You're fucking 10.
That's why I'm kind of happy that we had them so close, right? Because there's really no,
she's still considerably older.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking.
But as far as, like, when she's 13, Mateo's going to be 10 and the other one's going to be 9. Like, there's not... You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very, very close. Very close. Now, you with your brothers...
It was a 10-year difference.
And so I can imagine... Already, I feel that you grew up really quick. The expectations for you were really, really high. As far as, like, school and this and that. And I can imagine that when your brothers came along, already you were very mature for your age.
Yeah.
So I could imagine that when your brothers came along, you had to be that babysitter that you know, we that take care of your fucking brothers.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think it's unfair to put that on a kid. Therefore, that's why I say I don't feel guilty about not embracing that role that I'm just supposed to accept as by default because I'm the oldest. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's shitty. We were talking about, like, even when the twins were born, who are, you know, 10 years younger almost, 9 and 8 years is the difference between
the twins.
The twins, yeah. Teresa hadn't even turned 8. She was still 7 when the twins were born. And we were talking about driving home from the hospital. She goes, I remember the drive home from the hospital after my mom had the twins. The twins were born at Little Company of Mary in Torrance. I don't know if you're familiar with that hospital. Little Company of Mary is where, God damn it, I want to say it's Sepulveda, but going towards Redondo Beach.
Oh, yes. I know exactly where that is.
And I think it's Sepulveda.
Yeah.
I could be 100% wrong. It could be fucking Torrance Boulevard or Torrance Boulevard. No, it's not Lomita. Maybe. It could be Torrance Boulevard. Anyway, besides the point. That's where they were born. They were born at Little Company of Mary. And I don't remember.
Torrance Boulevard.
It is Torrance Boulevard? Okay. So we were talking about them being born. They were born May of 1977, so their birthday's coming up. Mm-hmm. And Teresa said, I remember El Pelon went and we picked up my mom. My grandma was still alive back then. And she said, we picked up my mom and the twins. And she goes, I remember sitting in the back seat. I was 7 years old. And no seatbelt, obviously. And I'm holding.
Were seatbelts a thing back then?
No.
When did seatbelts come into play?
80s.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, they were some cars.
So there was no car seats for sure.
Oh, no way.
There was no seatbelts.
Bro, you had kids on the laps, kids standing in the front seat in between the people.
What were the stats back then? How many people were dying in accidents?
Dude, who knows? Well, I mean, people were fucking. There was no motorcycle helmets.
They had to have been flying through the fucking
windshield.
They were flying.
Dude. They were flying through the windshield. They were fucking definitely flying off motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
And she says, I'm in the back seat. I'm 7 years old, and I'm carrying one of the cuatas, one of the twins, going home in this station wagon at fucking 7, bro. Like, think about that shit. Like, here, take this newborn. Can you imagine that happening today? It just sounds mind blowing, right?
Yeah.
Hold this kid. We're driving home. What the fuck do you know about? You have no business holding. Somebody should be holding you.
Yeah.
At that age, you should still be in a car seat, for crying out loud. And so we were talking about that. My grandma, you know, she had her leg amputated from her diabetes. She had fucked up her knee. She got an infection. She let it go, of course. By the time she actually sought medical help, it was too late, and they had to amputate. She had gangrene going on, and so they amputated her leg, and she was in a wheelchair. And we were talking about that. Me and the Nina were talking about that, and I was like, how long? She goes, I don't know how long that was. Like, I have no time reference. And of course, my mom doesn't remember. She goes, but I have no time. Like, it could have easily been a few months. It could have been a year. But at that time, we were so young. She goes, think about what we thought of summer vacation. It seemed like forever. Mm-hmm. From one Christmas to another Christmas was a lifetime, you know, when you're little. Yeah. So there's no real perception of time.
That's so funny because it's so true, dude.
You know?
When you're little, there's fucking zero
perception.
Time.
No,
like,
it doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
And so we were talking about how, you know, I said, I remember the ambulance. It was a county ambulance used to pick up my grandma And it was an event. The fucking guys would get out. They'd only spoke English. My grandma only spoke Spanish, but somehow they communicated and they laughed their asses off with her. She was entertaining as fuck, my grandma. And they'd come, they'd grab her, they'd be laughing, she'd be laughing. They'd take her in the ambulance to get her therapy. And at that time, you know, prosthetics today are super fucking evolved.
Yeah.
Back then, dude, she had this leg, this
fucking 2x4.
Dude, it was this fucking plastic. It had no bend on the knee. It had no. It was just this straight.
Where did they cut on her?
It was above the knee, amputation, and so she would stick that thing into this straight plastic. She might as well had a fucking pirate peg, you know. And so she'd go and they'd do the therapy with her, but she never did the therapy at home. She was always in the wheelchair. And I think that my mom had tried to help her one time and she almost fell, and my mom was really like a nervous person, right? And so she didn't want her fucking with the leg, but my grandma was like, hey, give me the fucking leg. I want to fucking walk. And so, but my mom always kept the leg away. It was so crazy, you know, like when we started talking about this, and these are like memories that they hadn't even crossed my mind. And I don't know, maybe the quarantine brought all this shit up in my sister. And so she goes, I said, I remember, and when she told me she remembered that about the twins coming home, I go, I remember my grandma and the leg and the fucking going. And she goes, that fucking leg. She goes, I remember one time my mom took you to Modern Market. What?
Just the thought of a leg just floating around the house, bro, like trying to hide it from the fucking grandma is out of control, dude. To think about that, like you gotta hide the leg
the
from grandma.
Fucking pata, bro. Dude. ¿Dónde está la pierna? Where's the leg? And so, the house that we lived in, there was a bedroom and we had a tiny closet, right? And I guess, I don't know, my mom hid the fucking leg in the closet. And she took me to the market, or she took me with her to the market. And Teresa said she left me with fucking the mama Nina, with the grandma. And she said, hey, whatever you do, if she asks you for the leg, because es muy atrevida, she said. She's very, you know, like, you know, she's just tries to do too much, right?
Adventurous.
She's very, whatever that translates into, atrevida. And she goes, but no matter how much she asks you, don't give her the leg. And Teresa's like, and I'm sitting there.
How old is she at this time?
Oh, dude, at this time.
Less than 10?
Who knows? It's before the twins came around. So, yeah, less than 10, because Teresa was born. You got to figure she was born in 69. The twins were born in 77. So
and it's before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you got to figure. Let's just call it 76, 70. Call it 77. Fuck it. She's still 8, maybe.
Yeah, less than 10.
You know, she's a kid.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck? She goes, I remember thinking, and this is crazy, the things that we remember, right? She goes, I remember thinking, what are you talking about? She's not going to ask me for no goddamn leg. Like, she goes, that's the last thing I thought would happen, you know? She goes, so you guys walked out, and she goes, listen, this is where it's at. If she asks for it, tell her you don't know where it's at. But she showed her, it's here in the fucking, she goes, that tiny little closet.
Why tell her?
In the back. Well, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's so crazy.
Like, I wouldn't have told my kid anything, and then they wouldn't have known where the fuck the leg is.
You have to say something, because then if she says, give me the leg,
and
you're
going to look for it.
You're going to go find it, and you're going to get it, right? So she just wanted to make sure if she asks for the fucking leg, don't get the goddamn leg. And so she's like, as soon as my mom walked out, the grandma said, hey, niña, ven pa acá. Hey, kid, get over here. Go get my leg. And she's like,
bro,
what the fuck? And she goes, I don't know where it's at. She goes, go look in the closet. That's where your mom hides it.
No.
Yeah, dude. So she's like, fuck. She goes, so I go to the closet and I pretend to be looking for the leg. And I'm just picturing Meeks, bro. Like,
Pretending?
Just pretending.
Just moving shit around.
Just moving shit around. Not grandpa, your bong's not in there. Like, you know, like I got emphysema and you like take off and you're like, hey, whatever you do, don't give your grandpa the bong. He's going to ask for it, but don't give it to him. It's right here hiding in the closet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
hey, Meeks.
my God.
Hey, bring me the fucking bong. Your dad hides it in the closet. You know? And so I'm like picturing this fucking poor kid having to now go, no está, you know, it's not there. What's that?
Pretend.
Yeah, and lie. And lie, which is shitty to do to another human being. Now, it had to have been traumatic at some level to a kid. First of all, there's a leg in the closet.
Yeah.
First of all. First and
things first.
foremost, there's a leg
The fucking
in the
floating
fucking,
leg, bro.
There's a fucking leg. After my grandma died, that leg, it hung out. Because, you know, you don't want to throw away the leg.
What are you going to do with the leg?
You got it. Dude, it was
You
just...
recycle it, dude? You're going to recycle the fucking leg? You're going to toss it in the recycle bin?
Oh,
Bro.
my God, dude. We laughed so fucking hard. I was laughing so hard talking to the Nina. And we were just talking about everything, all the santos, the religious shit, the whole fucking ball of wax. You know, we went down a hard memory lane.
How long were you there for?
I was there for a few hours. I hadn't been there in a minute. I was fucking around with the Nana a little bit. But yeah, dude, it blew me away to think of how much responsibility
Was put on.
Not just me, but her as well.
Instant.
And then once the twins showed up, I think I was 9. Yeah, I had just turned 9 when the twins showed up. That's 3rd grade, dude. So you got to figure that Nina was in 2nd grade. She hadn't yet turned 8. She was still 7. She was going to turn 8 in July. The twins were born in May. You're little kids, and all of a sudden you have these babies, and you're supposed to be the older ones. You're supposed to be the ones that know better. The fuck, I'm fucking 50. I still don't know better. You fucking crazy. Those expectations are unfair, you know. And I think you grew up fast, and you knowing that you grew up fast should kind of slow you down on rushing Meeks to grow up,
But
putting the responsibility. And that's just me thinking out loud after a few fucking, cups of coffee wine.
I would have rather that though. Like I look at some of my homies, I look at other people I know who didn't grow up fast. You know, they got babied their whole life, and I'd rather it this way. I think
a lot of people aren't ready.
I think it helped me.
I can't even.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
like all the I can't even people are really fucked right now.
Yeah.
Those are the people really struggling with this point in time in life.
Dude, I picked up some fucking edibles. I picked up a few J's,
Oh shit!
I've been
shit! What made you make the leap?
I've been tiptoeing.
Yeah,
with the fucking edibles, bro.
Yeah.
And the other day I got ballsy. I was drinking wine. Next thing you know, light up a joint, bro. Was I high?
Okay.
But here's the trick, dude. And it's so funny because it brought me back to like when I was a teenager. I need to be high with nobody else.
Just solo.
Solo. Everybody was asleep. I was high as balls. And I had the most fun time of my life. Everybody was asleep. I was the only one high. And I fucking put on a stupid ass movie. And I was giggling my little dick off, dude. The Hangover.
Oh, yeah, that's a great movie.
So I just was laughing the whole time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's when everybody else is awake and I see real fucking issues and shit. Then I fucking start going down this weird fucking dark place. You know what I mean? Because I'm too high. I'm like, oh, fuck, that kid's going to fall off of there. Fucking Pill is stressed out about this. And then I start stressing out.
You start ultra focusing.
Yes.
You know what you need? You need an indica to just chill you the fuck out.
I just need to fucking
Chill. That's
all.
indica.
I don't want to think.
Now,
dude.
what kind of strain did you smoke?
It was hybrid.
Okay.
And
Was it a sativa dominant hybrid or an indica dominant? Or do you even know?
I don't know. But as far as, you know how it tells you the percentage of THC? It was on the lower side of that.
And even if the THC is higher, you just smoke less of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it when I write or when I'm trying to be creative, I usually smoke sativas, and I'm a big fan of the sativas. But because of the COVID and the lockdown and you know, you get home, you're home when you're locked up. Pretty much. Well, I'm not saying this is comparing to anybody that's locked up, but by no means am I even trying to compare. That's asinine.
Go on.
No. When you're on lockdown, okay, when you're on lockdown, it's easy to experience a little anxiety. It's easy to experience insomnia, you know, and those are things that an indica can take care of. Now, with that said, you know, I'm sleeping because I'm smoking so much. I am sleeping uninterrupted almost.
Me too.
And it is just, it's, and when you don't wake up with a hangover, because you could do the same thing with whiskey.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I have been smoking a shit ton of indica, and you know what? My vodka's fine. But it's more of I'm going to party and get fucked up. But a nice whiskey or bourbon on the rocks, all I need is one of those just a nice double, triple, you know? And with my indica, I sleep like a fucking baby.
That's the one thing I do love, dude. The fact that, because I do it at nighttime when it's all fucking chilling, you know what I mean? And before the joint, like the edibles weren't really like hitting, you know what I mean? But it was letting me sleep a lot better. And dude, that night that I fucking smoked the joint, bro, oh man.
Did you knock out?
Boy, did I. And when I woke up, I felt great, bro.
You get pre-rolls?
Yeah.
Do you know how to roll?
No.
Have you ever tried?
I have.
And? You tried one time?
No, I had a little good run, but there was a dude in the group who rolled, you know, like that was.
There's always that guy, and it's like, why am I even going to fuck
Exactly,
him? You know,
exactly.
Yeah. Other than when you need it at home.
Yeah, and then I remember I would try to bring the joint to the fucking, you know,
and
to the group,
all
but
like
then
like
everybody would make fun of it. Oh, bro, really, dude? And then the fucking guy who was the main guy.
Yeah.
Would
re-roll your shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not re-roll, but here,
I'm just
bro.
kidding.
Go fucking light that shit up by yourself.
Yeah.
So that's how.
There's a lot of people that don't know how to roll. As a matter of fact, they'll buy those those cones that you can stuff.
And even back then, I remember there was those roller things that you would like kind of, they had a little clip, you know what I mean? They're way harder than fucking.
The dollar bill trick is pretty good.
Yeah, but
that's way better than the thing.
Fucking dollar bill all
over
what you're
dirty
about to
and
put
shit.
your mouth
Yeah,
on.
no, I get it. You're going to the dispensary?
I got it delivered.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude. That shit's pretty much a drug deal, by the way. I mean, bro, it brought me back. I said, what the fuck is going on here, dude?
That's funny.
Duffel said, yo, I'm outside. I went outside, and obviously they only take cash. The only thing, bro, the only thing that was different is they don't fucking make you go into the car to pick it up, and then you leave, which is even more suspect, but...
You go to the window.
Yeah, you go to the fucking window. He's like, all right, so blah, blah, blah. He reads me off my order. I was like, yeah. And then he was all right, here. And then he fucking counted the cash. All right, peace out, bro. Later, brother.
That's so fucking crazy.
But I loved everything. I just hope the anxiety stays low. You know what I mean?
I think, like I said, you probably need the indicas more than the sativas. The sativas, if you're already a thinking person and I mean, you got a lot of fucking shit on your mind, Hooter.
Yeah,
you got
dude.
3 children.
I got too much.
And
dude.
you got chickens, you got children, you got a garden.
I got the garden.
So much things
bro.
going on, Hooter.
Pillow wants another baby, dude.
What?
Yeah, bro.
She wants another one.
She wants another one.
You want another one?
I do, but but no.
No?
I do want one.
Well, why don't you guys adopt?
Bro.
Come on.
Because then I'd have a favorite for sure. Or I'd have a least favorite for sure. That's why.
There's so many kids that need a home.
Hey,
I
man.
think you guys would be great parents to adopt.
Bro, dude. Every day I'm like, am I fucking up these kids?
No,
I
no,
kind
no,
of.
no, no,
I
no.
mean,
You're
I
a
guess,
good parent. You're a
I guess
good
I'm
dad.
not. I mean,
You're there,
yeah,
which is a lot more than a lot of parents.
that's
Not
true.
only are you there, you're spending time with these fucks. Because there's parents that are there that don't really want. Yeah, not right now. Oh, I'm busy right now.
Dude.
Yeah, get away from me.
Mickey's teacher, bro. The other day we're like, oh no, bro. Fucking, she'll hit us up talking about at 8 a.m, talking about, hey, class is gonna be at 9. She gives us an hour window, bro. Our fucking house is chaos at that time, dude. We could barely fucking pour cereal for these fucking kids. And we're trying to make breakfast. We're trying to wipe an ass.
It's a classroom all of a sudden, everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoosh.
I said, is she fucking crazy, right? So we missed class, right? We fucking missed class, bro. One of Miki's friends, her mom hit up Prilla. She was like, hey, so Miki was absent today, blah, blah, blah.
Fuck out of here.
Like,
She
come on,
wasn't
dude.
absent. She
Are you
was
fucking
here.
Crazy.
We just didn't log in, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're present as fuck.
She was absent from what? The home? The homeschooling? She was absent. No, she was here. I saw her. Fuck out of here, lady.
Dude. So then I was like, oh no. So then we missed what was fucking... We missed that day, right?
Yeah.
So then last night we get a fucking email late as fuck, bro. Right? We're sipping wine, watching the Bulls documentary, The Last Dance, and fucking...
I can't do it like that. I'm going to wait until I can see the whole goddamn thing, I feel.
Really?
Dude, I hate...
Netflix fucked you, bro.
Oh, dude. You know what? Fucking hold that thought. Go ahead. Keep that thought. Go.
So we get a fucking email late as balls, right? Talking about, hey, class tomorrow, and also you guys are going to present your leprechaun traps, right? Now, leprechaun was for St. Patrick's Day, but during that time, school got let out, got canceled, right? So there was no more leprechauns. So we're like, fuck it, we don't have to do that project, right? Turns out we should have done the project because now it's time to present, right? And Pillas doesn't even finish reading the email. She's like, holy shit, Miki's got to present the leprechaun trap tomorrow.
She doesn't have to do no leprechaun trap.
I
Her
said-
life will be fucking fine without a leprechaun trap.
I
Get the
said-
fuck out of here with the I made a mission. You know how hard it was to make a mission? How much time I put into that fucking mission? I made a fucking mission. That mission didn't do goddamn dick for me.
I said, Pilla, guess what? Guess who's not turning in a fucking leprechaun trap tomorrow?
Meeks.
And she said, that's hard. What if she talks to the friends and then the friends, because she FaceTimes her friends, right? The friends are going to tell her, what's up with your fucking leopard? We're going to fail. We failed. And then I said, fuck, just email back to the teacher. Say her parents are getting high right now. So then she finishes reading the email.
Oh my God.
And it's half the class is presented today, right? So Miki doesn't have to present till Friday. So
You did a leprechaun trap.
we're gonna do a leprechaun trap. Hey man, what are we
got
gonna
no
do?
balls.
What are we gonna do, dude? What are we gonna do?
No,
What if she fails kindergarten?
because she didn't bring a leprechaun trap? There's no such thing as a fucking leprechaun. And if there is, you shouldn't trap it.
Hey man. Hey. Either way, this fucking teacher, bro.
Yeah.
She needs to figure it out, dude. You just gotta
You
give
can't
heads
just
up.
give people last minute shit like
An
that.
hour before?
You know what? Like, look, even like if I'm near your pad, I'm not gonna just fucking pop in. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have respect. You gotta give people a heads up because it
Especially if they have kids. If
you're at you know what you need you can't just be like, hey, I'm outside.
It's not like before, dude.
No, dude. Even though we're family, I would never fucking do that to somebody. I'll give you a heads up and say, hey, man, I'm going to come over and be around the area. You're going to be around.
Yeah.
Because you can't just be, fuck is that? Oh, it's crazy grandpa. You know what I mean? You got to give people a heads fucking up. I mean,
Even if I know you,
obviously.
dude, even if I know you and I have to use your restroom, dude, if there's a fucking place that I could go to the restroom near there, I'll just go there, dude.
Oh, no, I'll shit in your house if I have to.
Well, you're going to have to wait till Mateito's done.
Does he take a long time?
The longest.
What
were you going to say? The Netflix fucked you up.
Oh.
Because you just want everything right now.
So, I got caught up with Vida. Have you seen it,
bro? I watched 3 episodes,
and you can't do it.
I can't do it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like. I liked Lynn.
I like the fucking show. Listen, they were eating ass on episode 2.
Yeah, Lynn was out there eating ass, dude.
Bro.
Lynn, I think she's super hot, and she's.
She's born in Mexico.
She doesn't look like it. It looks like she grew up in Montebello.
I think she's a great actress. There's a scene where I think it's in season 2 with her and her sister, and it's fucking There's a lot of Latino shows out there, and the acting on this particular show, I'm a big fan of. I really am. There's some really powerful scenes with very minimal words that you're just like, fuck. I mean, look, and I know that I said the ass eating scene is what got me. But, dude, to be honest, what gets your attention most of the time? Sex.
Very relevant.
Sex. What's that? Very relevant.
And with the times.
Dude, very relevant. Very, very, very,
out there
relevant.
eating ass.
You know, there's fucking orgies in this fucking show. There's, it's
a lot
like
of lesbian action.
It's like Cinemax.
Skinamax.
It's like Skinamax, yeah. But it's a good story, I felt. I really like the characters. And so season 3 just dropped, you know? And I thought, and I hadn't watched the season finale of season 2. By the way, we got the Stars app just to watch Vida.
Wow.
Yes. Well,
Yikes.
Well, not that, and it was $5 for 3 months.
Okay.
Which is a hell of a deal. I immediately I binged season 1, I binged season 2, and then I thought, well, season 3 drops in a week. I'm just gonna not watch the last episode and then write it in, you know, because the episodes are only 30 minutes long, and so I the day that it dropped, we watched the season finale, and then we watched episode 1 of season 3. And then Monk showed up. And I'm like, wait. Why is Monk on? You know? Turns out you have to wait till next fucking Sunday for episode 2 of season 3. Stars doesn't drop the whole season. They drop it week by week. Now, when it's a 30-minute episode and you're used to just binging the shit, and I'm like, I was so fucking mad, dude.
Bro, that's hilarious.
What is?
That.
But when you said that you're spoiled, yeah, because I was like, wait up, what the fuck?
But it's like everything else. It's like Shameless. You know, you had to wait every week.
But when you know, you just wait and then you check it out.
Well, The Last Dance, I mean, dude, they're doing 2.
And that's why I'm doing to that.
They're doing 2 per week. So I feel
that's true. That's
2 hours.
That is 2 hours. But you have to be there that day.
Yeah.
Right?
If you go on the ESPN app, they have it.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good. I saw the first 2, and I don't know if we talked about it or not, but it's fucking really fucking good.
I watched Black AF. It was good.
Oh,
funny.
Dude. That shit. G. Riley recommended Black AF. Same dude from Blackish. Same dude from what? He's done so much. Bro, when I saw this dude's resume, I was like, this guy's a goddamn fucking genius, dude.
Yeah.
It's so unapologetically black.
So much.
And so genuine and entertaining and funny. and educational.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
I thought that was funny, but dude, I watched one of your recommendations. It was a documentary about the Cuban photographer. Is that what? Is that the
Cuba
name?
and the photographer.
Cuba and the photographer. And bro, that fucking documentary was so good. And look, a lot of people listen to our suggestions because those fools sending me pictures of fucking what's his name? John Wayne Bobbitt's dick, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, this bitch is wild. I said, I told you.
They didn't know about John Wayne Bobbitt?
No.
Well, your generation, yes.
Yeah, dude.
You're 20, what, 29, 28?
29.
29. So there's a whole generation of motherfuckers
that
don't know.
No, dude.
You fuckers don't even know OJ.
No, barely.
Did you see the OJ thing?
I remember, yeah. But I remember watching OJ. I remember the trial for OJ. I remember when the fucking...
But you don't remember Lorena Bobbitt?
No, I don't remember Lorena Bobbitt. Now, this fucking Cuban documentary had it all, dude.
It's about 2 hours long, I think.
Yes. It has sadness, happiness, interestingness, fucking
history.
Bro, it has it all.
Mm-hmm.
It has it all.
And it's inspirational because it shows you what this dude had the balls to go. The fact that this white boy had the balls to go to that communist country as an American is very ballsy. He started going there in 1975, fresh out of college. He was doing like exposés in New York, exposing the
life, like unlivable places.
Yeah, well, he was exposing the shitty conditions, you know, the oppression of the poor, how people were taking advantage of them in their living. He literally he wanted to make the world a better place, and he was exposing the corruption in places. And then all of a sudden, he started hearing about the revolution in Cuba, and he said, "Fuck it, let's get on a boat and go." And he took all his equipment. And
no, I know that sounds like, dude, he didn't just hop on a boat and went.
No,
dude,
he did.
He hopped on a fucking boat.
Yep.
That was on its way to Cuba, and he hopped on and started recording. He started pressing record, and boom.
He's got footage from 1975 to 2016. Bro, that's a lifetime for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he followed people's stories from 75. And you see the sentiment of the people of the island. I've always had a special place in my heart for the Cuban community. Mm-hmm. I grew up surrounded by Cubans. Mm-hmm. Our house was here. If you're facing the house, you know, if you're standing on the sidewalk facing the house, to the right of us was the Rodriguez family, Emilia and Felipe. Felipe eventually ended up fucking selling coke. Not Felipe, I'm sorry. Miguel. It was Miguel and Emilia, and they had kids. They had 3 sons. Michael, which was Michael.
What a name.
But they call him Michael.
What a name.
Manuel.
Awesome name.
And I don't remember the other brother. Maybe Rene. I don't know. Anyway, they had these 3 brothers, and the mom and the dad, and they moved to. Do you remember the park with the tortuga? It had like a turtle over there by where the Harbor Gateway is. Oh my God.
In San Pedro?
No, in Lomita Torrance. Mm-hmm. There's a park right there. And there's like these houses back there. I forget the name of the park. But they lived around the corner from, they moved to over there. But anyway, if you look to the right, you have the Rodriguez.
Coke business was booming or what?
They had the dad started selling fucking coke. He got actually pulled over, all coked out, driving on an on-ramp onto the freeway, and luckily he got pulled over because who knows what would have happened. And he ended up taking off to, I think he moved to Miami, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them. I don't even know if they're still alive. And to our left, there was 2 apartments that were connected to each other. And in the back apartment was the Carbonell family, and in the front apartment was the Sanson family. All of those families were Cuban families. So we were surrounded by Cubans. That's how my mom learned how to cook all these Cuban dishes. You know, we would eat arroz con pollo. We would eat the rabo encendido, the colitas. Arroz con gris, which I made recently, and I fucking nailed it. My famous arroz con gris.
You're famous.
And so I grew up surrounded by Cuban music. I grew up surrounded by Cuban food, and I grew up surrounded by Cuban hospitality. Emilia was my mom's really good friend. Emilia was the kind of person that would, if you're cold, take my jacket. If you're hungry, take my food. She was a great human being. Same thing with Jose Angel. Jose Angel was Esperanza's dad, the Carbonell dude. When my dad used to forget us at the park because he'd get loaded, Jose Angel would go pick us up and bring us home. Carmen and Felipe and their kids, just the Cuban hospitality, the Cuban warmth is part of my upbringing. At a very, very young age, the Cuban, and I remember Cuba Libre Volveremos was a thing. Like, when Cuba's free, we'll be back. Fuck Fidel, this and that. Like, I had they all, dude, you got to figure this was the 70s. So they left when shit, before shit really, really, really hit the fan.
Because he started going when, in 75, that photographer that we're talking about?
He started going in 75. So that must have been when these people had just got here. Out. You know what I'm saying, dude?
This fool, so he didn't stay in Cuba, dude. He'd come back, and then he'd go back 5 years later or whatever. But when he'd go back, he'd go look for the people
that
who he was interviewing. So he every time he goes back, he goes in looking for those people, and it shows how their life just keeps changing and evolving throughout the years, but also how Cuba is changing and evolving throughout the years. And bro, it's from 75 to fucking 2016, dude. That is wild, bro.
It's a great ride.
To think about your life.
Not so much for the Cubans, but it's a great ride to see.
To see.
Yes. I let me rephrase that, because the Cubans have been oppressed and suffered.
What's the name of it, Dad?
It is called Cuba and the Photographer.
Bro, get ready to fucking laugh. Be all sad, cry a little bit, dude.
I got choked up. There was a couple of moments in it that got me choked up. The old men, those viejitos, Cristobal and I forget the other fuckers' names.
Angel.
Dude, them motherfuckers just, to me, reminded me of older Mexican men who, I work the land, I feed off of the land, and I feed people with the land and my animals, and just
that makes me happy.
And
bro, it looks like it. It looks like that's when they were at their happiest, when they were able to sustain themselves, their community, everything off of their land that they were working, and with help from the animals, bro. Forget about it, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a great documentary.
And, dude, what you're talking about, how the Cubans that you knew had the best hospitality, they would give you shit. That's what it looks like on this documentary, bro. Like, these Cubans, they have nothing, dude, and yet
they give it to you.
Like, here, come in and fucking,
bro.
I don't have much, but this fucking old potato salad, have it, bro.
When I hit up Melanie.
If I had another kid, that's what I'd name her.
What?
Melanie, but I'd call her Melanie all day.
It's so funny. I have a friend named Melanie in Florida, and her family says Melanie, and so I hit her up and I said, "Hey, have you seen blah 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 documentary?" And then she goes, "No." And so she started watching it, and then she hits me up and she's all, "I saw half of it." I'm like, "How the fuck do you only see half of it?"
She didn't finish.
I was so mad. And then the other day she goes, "Hey, I'm finally gonna finish it." I didn't even reply. I'm like, "You don't deserve a reply." And so then she goes, "Oh my God, I'm bawling, I'm crying. This reminds me of when I went being in the campo." And I said, "How awesome are the viejitos? How awesome are the old
They were
men?"
my favorite.
And she goes, "They were the best, blah, blah, blah." But it just gives you this, I don't want to sound cheesy, but it just gives you this fucking feeling that there's good people. You know, there's so many good fucking people.
And it shouldn't take a lot to make you happy. That's what I got out of it.
Yes. Fucking living in the moment and being content with what you have and being aware of what you have. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of motherfuckers aren't aware of what their blessings are.
Yeah, dude.
And I don't want to sound cheesy.
And
I don't want to sound cheesy.
But just watch it, dude, and then you're going to understand where we're coming from. Also, somebody asked me who's the chick cutting dicks. Her name's Lorena Bobbitt, and it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Lorena.
Who's the chick cutting dicks, by the way?
Yeah.
Bro, nobody should chop off dicks.
Dude, you said that your neighbor started selling coke and somebody fucking put dropping dimes, bro.
Hey, that was the 70s, bro. Come on, dog.
Dude, that thing, I watched Cuba, bro. I wanted to go to Cuba. I wanted to start drinking fucking rum, even though I had the worst fucking experience with rum of all time.
I like rum. I don't drink enough rum. But the times I've had good rum, you know that in New York, in Harlem specifically, there's a shit ton of rum bars,
dude,
and in DC.
My mom, she went to Puerto Rico last summer, and she brought us back a bottle of rum, but it's not like Captain Morgan, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's like very like barrel aged. It's almost, it tastes closer to a whiskey than it does rum.
There's some really good rums.
And I can't do it, dude.
No,
because I had such a brutal experience with fucking.
Does Pillow like it?
Yeah, she loves it.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you guys ain't gonna drink it, hand it over.
But I wanted to drink rum, dude. I wanted to smoke a fucking cigar. I don't even smoke cigars, dude.
But I wanted the documentary,
bro,
rather.
Dude, to see Fidel on a fucking plane smoking a cigar,
smiling.
Now
that can I tell you
can
I tell you that that's a disturbing scene for a lot of Cuban Americans?
Why?
Just the fact that Fidel smiling on a plane, looking like the nicest guy ever. Because of the oppression that their family and the suffering and the separations and everything that they've gone through. Because I'll tell you, the documentary paints Fidel almost like a hero. And which is, depending on who you ask.
I was just about to say that.
Depending on who you ask, it's not the way that they remember him. But there's people that would say, "Oh my God, I remember your dad. He was a party animal." No, he was a fucking dick. I remember your blah, blah, blah. I don't know why you broke up with her. She was a fucking cheating whore. Yeah. I remember blah, 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 yada, yada. It's the way that, but the way that this documentary, the relationship that this photographer had with Fidel
was wild.
And the quotes from Fidel about the United States
were awesome.
And it was nothing that I expected.
I always thought he was a fucking lunatic, dude. Just always shitting
And he might have been
America.
a lunatic. We only saw one side of it.
That's true.
We only saw him in front of a camera, in front of this American.
He did have those eyes, though, that like if you set him off, he'll fucking torture us or something.
Yeah. And, like I said, I haven't experienced that oppression in Cuba like a lot of Cubans have. And again, the separation. There are families who half the family came, half the family stayed.
Yeah.
You'll never know that person. They're not family anymore.
Right.
They're relatives, you're bonded by blood, but that's it. There's no other connection. There's no way if you've been living in fucking Miami your whole life that you can understand the plight of if you came here young, if you came here older, you'll remember some of the shit. But if you came here young, there's no way in fuck you know that plight or that suffering. It's such a historical, it's like a history book, really. That this guy captured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It really is, dude. And it was so cool to see, like, just how time, you know, just everything's changing. But
Everything's changing, man.
everything. But it like to see his daughter.
Can't even fat anymore.
Yeah, his daughter grew up and was fucking asking Fidel questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And oh, bro, it was awesome. But it made me fucking want to smoke cigars, drink rum, and also I fucking cooked arroz con gris that day.
Oh, when you watched it.
Yes, dude. Yes.
All right.
And now here's the deal. I had tried to make it maybe, I don't know, like a few months back, and I didn't like it because the rice was too mushy. And so what I did this time, and I make it a little bit different from the nana because I add little bits of pork inside, not just bacon.
You're making fucking fried rice.
Do you see?
What?
It's little surprise fucking pork nuggets, bro.
You get fortune cookies with it.
I also give you sweet and sour sauce and sriracha.
You get galleta de fortuna. And in Cuba, you know what a galleta is?
What?
I'm going to smack the shit out of you.
That's funny.
Te voy a dar una galleta. And I remember hearing Felipe screaming, Te voy a dar una galleta. and then I remember the kids crying. And I'm like, why the fuck do they not want a cookie?
Let's swap.
What
Let's
the fuck
swap
is
these
wrong with
fucking
these
kids.
motherfuckers? They don't want cookies?
Dude, the first time I made it, I made the beans to where they were like done, right?
Oh, it's too soft.
Too soft.
Yeah.
And so this time,
Black beans are a challenge, to be honest. They're not like pintos.
no, pintos are very forgiving.
Very forgiving. Ooh, look at you, fucking
You
Chef
know me.
Hooter.
You know me.
Yeah,
So,
but you're absolutely right. They are very forgiving.
did you had bay leaves?
I did not.
Oh, bro.
Go fuck yourself, Hooter.
I don't want to try yours, bro. I don't even want to try yours.
You son of a bitch.
You're unbelievable. You are unbelievable.
I use red pepper, not even green pepper.
Come on,
and
man.
the green pepper is what I thought was lacking. But yeah, the bay leaves.
Dude,
You need bay leaves.
so I made the black beans, but
Now,
I
did you use
stopped
only
them
water
early.
or did you use some beer?
No, I just used black bean water.
Yeah, that's right.
There
I was
you
trying
see.
to be a hater.
There you go. But
The arroz con pollo is the one that you put a little beer.
the beans, I stopped them way before. Like they were kind of still hard. And then
Were they too hard though? 'Cause
they
that's a thing.
they were hard. No, before I added it to the whole concoction.
Yeah.
Right. So once I lidded it up and made the rice cook.
You lit it up?
Yeah. And that's when I added the beans. And so
It was litty?
they cooked. They finished cooking while
With
the
the
rice
rice.
was cooking. Correct.
Okay.
And dude, it was perfect, bro. It was so good. I
How good was it?
Miki ate it.
That's
And
awesome.
she don't eat
She's picky.
shit,
She's picky
dude.
as fuck. Yeah.
She don't eat shit. Mateo was eating it, dude. That fool was all happy. Oh, me find another bacon. Yay. That fool was so pumped up when he got a little bacon surprise.
Now, did you cut up the bacon super small?
No.
Because I had big chunks of bacon.
I had like they weren't like bacon bits, but they also weren't, because I remember the nana, sometimes you'd find fucking a bit long ass strip, bro. Like what the fuck happened here?
yeah, for sure.
And
for sure.
I made them smaller.
Did you
than
use the bacon grease to fry up the grass?
did.
The grass, the rice?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you use cumin?
No.
Hey, man.
You put cumin?
Yeah, bro.
Where'd you get your goddamn recipe?
The recipe calls.
Well, the Nana never used cumin.
So, you know how you found the Mexican lady on YouTube?
You found the Cuban one.
There's a few Cuban
Get
ladies.
the fuck out of here. See, you know what I haven't tackled is the arroz con pollo.
I know. I tried it once.
And you know
It's too hard.
Okay. Oh, you did try it.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it?
You gotta go buy bijol.
Oh, yeah. The yellow, to turn the shit yellow. Yeah.
But I didn't try to put beer. So maybe that was the trick.
Beer is the thing. My mom used to do half a beer.
What, MGD?
No.
I remember seeing MGD in the fridge.
Nah, Budweiser, homie. My dad was not a Miller guy. I'm not a Miller guy.
But I saw the
Have you been a
MGD
Miller guy?
after there was no more grandpa.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? Did
No, never a Miller guy.
Have you drank Miller?
Yeah.
And?
I drank it recently, actually.
And?
I liked it.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know my memory of Miller is the Black Label, the Miller Genuine Draft, right?
MGD.
Yeah, but there's Miller, and then there's Miller High Life, and then there's Miller
yes,
this.
yes.
And then there's a Black Label,
Yes.
which I don't know which one it is. I remember,
fucking champagne of beers.
homie. No. That's Oh no, yeah. You're right. The banquet beer is
Coors.
Coors, and the king of beers,
Bud.
yeah. I remember being in the parking lot to a club. I forget what club it was, and I was with a DJ dude that lived across the street from. His name was Jose. Across the street, his son just hit me up recently. Bro, I remember we had a 12-pack of Miller Genuine Draft and a bottle of, oh my God, it was some horrible whiskey. It was like a Black Label whiskey. Everything was Black Label. And we're drinking the whiskey and we're drinking the Miller, and I couldn't, you know when it just tastes shitty and you're just like cringe, but you're still pounding.
You're trying to muscle.
Because it's going to be expensive inside and you want to get fucked up before you get inside. Just when you're in a fake ID
Trying
on
to
a budget.
muscle it. You're muscling
And I
it
remember
down.
pounding it. Something, God damn it, what's that whiskey? It's going to fuck with me now. And for a long time, I averted whiskey because of this shit. And it was cheap whiskey and Miller. And fortunately, we had Coke. And, you know, I remember doing blow in the bathroom after this whole thing. I got kicked out of the club. I remember being in the stall and I'm doing fucking like key bumps. And then I remember like getting tapped in the shoulder. I'm like, hold the fuck on. Like I thought it was this motherfucker, like, hey, give me the Coke. And it's like, tap. It's like, come the fuck down. I'm like, I'm just fucking going. And then the guy just fucking spun me. And it was a security guard. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he reached over and he snatched the bag from me. And I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, it's fucking cocaine. And I'm like, yeah, give it back.
It's mine, bro.
It's fucking mine. And he's like, you're lucky I don't call the cops. I'm like, bitch, give me back my Coke and I'll take off. And he goes, no, I'm kicking you out. Okay, kick me out, but give me back my fucking Coke.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm going to call the cops if you don't leave right now. And he grabs me and he starts walking me to the door. And the whole time he's walking me to the door, I'm like, give me back my fucking... It's a club. It's loud as fuck. Nobody can hear me.
Yeah,
I just look like a lunatic fucking screaming. And this fucking asshole, he didn't flush it down the toilet. He didn't take it as evidence. He fucking pocketed my Coke
course, bro.
and kicked me the fuck out. This was sometime in the 80s.
He's going to show some chick at the end of the night.
Oh, homie, I remember being in the parking lot all sad. There's no cell phones. I can't get on a bus and go home. I got to wait till everybody gets out of the fucking club. And there's no more fucking beer. There's no nothing. And I remember feeling sick. I was so loaded. I remember feeling sick and throwing up and tasting the Miller Black Label. That was the name of the fucking whiskey. It was Black Label.
It's like in that square bottle, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh. And that coming up is the only association I have about fucking Miller.
Dude, one time, me and Steve-O, we went to go wash the Nina's car. And in her garage, dude, next to the Armor All, there was a fucking Black Label whiskey, dude, it looked like it had been there for years.
At the Nina's?
Yeah, dude.
Who the fuck drank by?
In the
By
garage.
Matt.
Who knows?
All right.
But I remember thinking, me and that fool seeing it. And like, you know, when you're a kid, dude, like, whatever you see, like, you kind of, you know, like, you don't know where you're going to get booze. And like, if it's Friday, Saturday, you're just like, well, fuck it, dude. You know what I mean? So I remember we were thinking about it, dude. We were thinking about it. And we fucking tried it, bro.
Nasty.
And we're like, nah.
It's nasty, dude.
Not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Ooh.
Fuck did I have the other night? Last night. God damn it. I'm so forgetful, Hooter. I feel like the grandma. I feel like the nana right now. Oh, the one with the angel wings. I forget the name of it, but it has these angel wings on the bottom. On the bottle. Had a couple of fucking, you know, little slivers of ice in there. I ordered the big blocks, by the way.
Oh,
that
sick,
link
dude.
that you sent me.
When do they get there?
They should be there no later than Tuesday or Wednesday. I think Chiki said they might get there Tuesday. The latest at Wednesday we get them.
Dude, you're going to love it, bro.
Yeah. Yep. But I really, and I know a lot of people like to drink their whiskey neat, you know, and that's great.
I always see it on shows where like successful rich ass fools drink it like that. And I always want to do it, but
Let me get a scotch.
Yeah.
Neat.
Maybe I'm just not successful.
I'm just not neat. I'm messy.
Yeah, hey.
I need my shit messy.
What are you going to do?
I need my whiskey like I need my pussy. Messy. And on the rocks. If it's not a rocky relationship, I don't want it.
Angel's Envy.
Angel's Envy. How do you know?
Chiki commented.
Oh. Fucking Chiki. Yes, Angel's Envy. That's exactly what the fuck it's called. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been drinking a little, you know, red wine.
Dude, I've been fucking with the wine heavy, dude.
No white still?
No, no.
You're
whites.
so racist.
You know me, bro.
Yeah, I know you.
Got to keep it colored.
Yeah.
Dude, the earthquake, bro. Holy balls, bro. If you guys live in fucking LA, dude, you guys felt that earthquake at midnight, bro.
Yeah.
Because during this quarantine, nobody's going to sleep early and on time.
No.
And, bro, we were watching, I forgot what we were watching, dude.
The Cubans?
No, I think it was, have you seen One Night in Hollywood?
I have not.
With Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio?
Mm-mm.
Those two hunks, dude?
Nope.
That's what we're watching. And holy balls. We had taken a little chocolate, a little fucking, remember the chocolate?
Little choco latte.
The fucking, the coffee bean ones?
Yes.
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
the blueberries are good.
We picked up both.
Okay.
So we're fucking chilling, dude, and I'm waiting for this thing to hit. And I think that's another reason why I don't like edibles. Because you don't know, bro. It just fucking hits you out of nowhere. Like, at least when you're smoking, you know, okay, this is going to hit.
Yep. The edibles are a whole different ballgame.
You're kind of like, just, was that it? Is this it? Is this it? You keep asking yourself. But anyways, the fucking earthquake hit. And, dude, if you've felt an earthquake before, that shit stays rocking, right?
Yeah.
For like, it's not that long, but it feels like a long time. And it gives you time to like sit up and say,
was that an earthquake?
Is this an earthquake? And then it keeps shaking to where you're like, oh, fuck, yeah, it is an earthquake. Dude, this one did not feel like that, bro. It just felt like one big jolt, dude. It felt like a big ass fucking, like Godzilla fucking swung his tail and fucking hit your house, and it fucking went back and forth. Your house fucking went boom, boom.
And it didn't even go back and forth. It just went one way.
Yeah, dude. I just, like, I was sitting down.
Yeah.
And I I got rocked back, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
We're sitting on the couch, and it was like, what the fuck? Like, it's so weird because before it hit, I kind of felt it. You know?
There you go,
Dude.
What do you mean?
How? I sensed it.
What are you, a dog, bro?
Well, Pero. I sensed it. I just knew it was coming for some reason. Anyway, it hit, and Chiki's felt a few of them now. Last summer we had a bunch.
4th of July.
Yeah, remember that?
Yep.
And so Naomi was in Rhode Island at the time. So Naomi had never felt an earthquake. Ever, 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 ever. And it was midnight. And, she's been going to bed a little bit later. And so it takes her a while to fucking wind down. So I guess she was just falling asleep. And it fucking hit. And now, this was the perfect earthquake for your first earthquake.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as severe as most earthquakes. It didn't even feel like an earthquake, to be honest.
No, it didn't.
It didn't. And I've lived in California my entire life. I don't know how many earthquakes I felt.
And I could tell the difference when it's a rolling one and a fucking shaker.
And
bro.
a shaker. Up 100%. Now,
but this didn't feel like either one.
Neither one. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this shit, yeah, it was an earthquake. But it wasn't a regular fucking earthquake. This shit wasn't regular. This was normal. And then I start, of course, everybody went on Twitter.
Everybody. That's my favorite part of earthquakes, I think.
And it's, bro, 1 minute later, it's the number one trend, especially if you've got LA as your default. Yeah. And so I go on Twitter and I put, I don't know what I put. I think, ooh, earthquake or some shit like that. Something stupid. And, dude, immediately I start going down rabbit holes, and people are like, that wasn't an earthquake. The epicenter was where the fracking is going on. This is the same kind of shit that was going on in Oklahoma because of all the fracking. We got to stop drilling. We got to stop blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. Now, with that said, I'm not like going to go down a conspiracy rabbit hole, but I will say it makes more sense that it was fracking induced versus a traditional earthquake.
This was the nearest epicenter I've felt in my life.
For me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
So maybe that was.
We were literally right. Well, it was in between me and you, to be honest.
So was that it?
No, because it didn't roll. It didn't do anything different. And where the epicenter happened is where the fracking is going on, dude.
Hold on, maybe it's a fracker.
It's a fracker. It's a goddamn fracker.
Frackers be fracking.
You know what I was thinking about the other day, dude? And by the way, before I get into what I was thinking about the other day, let me do a quick little commercial. If you haven't caught my Sunday services, every Sunday I have a church service, and it's not really a church service. It's called Heretic Ministries, and I'm just doing my little, it's like my little fellowship, if you will, Hooter. For people that don't want to go to a traditional church where you can't drink or fuck and, or be gay. You come to my church and you could be all those things and still grow spiritually. And we tackled relationships and love. And my service this last week was inspired by a piece of art that I see. Because originally I was going to do a service on the Virgen de Guadalupe and Juan Diego, the Virgin of Guadalupe in Mexico, the patron saint of Mexico, and the conquest and all that shit. But in that research, I somehow came across a painting that I had never seen in my life, a piece of art from the 1800s called The Cursed Woman. And it's this naked chick suspended in the air, and somebody is licking her left titty
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's touching her right titty and making out with and kissing her, and then somebody's eating her out. And these are all angelic figures. And the title is called The Cursed Woman. Now, that's not a curse. That's a blessing. Again, you know, and I'm going to reiterate something that I said in the service. Anytime anybody licks you, even if it's a mediocre licking, it's a blessing.
As
it's
long
not
as
a
you
curse.
want to get licked, I guess.
As long as you want to get licked. Now, 100%. As long as you consent to the licking.
Yeah.
Big fans of consenting. You know, don't be licking. Don't be licking when you're not supposed to lick, you fucks. Anyway, you can check it out. Heretic Ministries is on Twitter, Instagram, and there's a YouTube page called Heretic Ministries. All the services are there leading. I think that starts off, I started doing the services. You know, this quarantine inspires different things.
Yeah.
You know? And I said, you know, I always said that if I was in a comic, I would have been a preacher of some sort. And now I don't know that I could do the traditional preaching of the dogma that's being fucking you know, fed to the masses. I'd have to do something heretical, you know, that goes against it. And so I said, you know, this is the perfect time to start my little ministry. And I came up with that name, Heretic Ministries. And we've been doing services now for about, I want to say, there's only like 4 or 5 of them on YouTube, but I started a few weeks before, and I think I should do those first services over again just so that they can exist on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, like, what am I going to do? Comedy right now? I can't do stand-up. There's people doing stand-up, and God bless them. It's fucking, you know, props to you if you could entertain from your living room without a live audience. That's some talent. But, you know, I hear these preachers and the things that they're saying, and I'm like, this is horrible. This is a horrible message. There should be a better message. And I decided to create my own goddamn message. And there it is.
There you go.
So if you're interested, follow Heretic Ministries, and you're able to get the message. What were we talking about before that? And then I said, before I say that, the fuck was I talking
Earthquake.
about? No, after earthquake.
Consent. Licking. The picture.
The picture has to do with the message. It was after and before. You don't care.
That gives me a good fucking.
Anyway, fuck it.
My fucking garden is coming, bro.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. My shit, dude.
You got a green thumb?
I wish I would have grown weed, dude.
Do you have a green thumb?
Yup.
You
From
take after my mom.
seeds.
You take after my mom. My mom had a green thumb.
She should have grown weed too. Dude. I'm gonna.
Why don't you?
I'm gonna.
I was just going to say, why don't you?
I'm gonna.
Praise God. So what did you plant?
Tomato.
Mm-hmm.
Roma.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking.
Roma tomato?
Yep.
Okay.
I got also tomatillo.
Roma? Hey, listen, Roma's great for pico.
And also I got the little what are they? Glazed?
You know what you could
Glazed
grow?
tomatoes?
You know what you could grow that'll grow like fucking wildfire?
What?
Chayote.
Yerba buena.
Chayote.
Yeah, but
Dude, it's like calabazas.
yeah.
It's like squash.
I'm not a fan.
Dude, it's like $2 at Whole Foods. You can sell it at the farmer's market if nothing else.
I'm gonna sell my shit at the farmer's market.
Well, then grow chayote. People buy chayote.
Who
and
eats
it grows like
chayote?
crazy.
I don't eat chayote, dude.
I eat chayote.
No, you don't.
Bro, we eat chayote.
What? Give me one. Give me the last time you ate chayote.
The last time I made caldo.
You put it in.
Cocido. 100%.
I never had chayote in cocido, bro.
Well, because you've been deprived. You're not living.
I'm growing
You're not, what kind of Mexican are you?
lavender,
Lavender.
rosemary.
What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing with lavender though?
It helps you relax, dude. I'm gonna put it in my room. Rosemary, because I can't wait to make some cocktails, dude.
Yeah.
I remember I forgot what
Vodka.
and watermelon and rosemary.
Rosemary, vodka, and I think lemon.
Also, very good.
Yeah.
Also I'm growing bell pepper. I'm growing jalapeno.
You're growing bell peppers.
Yeah, dude. Jalapenos, serranos, habanero. I'm trying chiltepín. If it works, I'm rich.
Where did
If
you get
not,
chiltepín?
Bro, from what I had.
You planted them? You had seeds? Wow.
And so we'll see what's up. I started a lemon tree, a Mexican lemon tree, the little
What do you
lemons.
mean a Mexican? Oh, those are
the limones.
Lima.
All from seeds, dude. Strawberries. I'm doing a blueberry bush, a fucking raspberry bush.
Blueberry bush.
Oh yeah, dude. And those don't stop giving, bro. They just need a little love. I'm growing carrots, cilantro, which is my favorite.
Okay, now I know that the Nina had a problem with gophers.
Yeah, they're no longer there. My old neighbor, who was cool as fuck, he used to be an exterminator, so he fucking blew those motherfuckers up. But there's a new pest in town, and it's a squirrel.
Are squirrels pests?
I think so, dude, because they're probably gonna eat my shit.
Just give them nuts.
Fucking
Throw some nuts at them. They'll be all right.
yeah. I don't know, but that's my shit, dude. Also pumpkins and watermelon, dude. My pumpkins look sick.
They're already
bro.
growing?
Dude. The leaves are, dude. My shit's what, dude, bro.
Uh-huh.
I'm working on a windmill so that I
You
could
can get energy?
get energy, dude.
What about solar panels?
They're too expensive. You're
You
gonna
could
come to
get-
my
you-
house and you're gonna be like, "Am I in fucking Palm Springs right now, dude?"
You got a windmill. Or you're going to get.
I'm working
you're
on it,
All right.
bro. My shit's out of control.
Uh-huh.
My shit is just, dude. I'm building a swimming pool back there,
Oh, yeah?
a koi pond. Oh, dude. I built a worm farm. I have a compost pile
A compost pile.
just over here, fucking Hooter's Ranch, dude. The Moreno Ranch.
Oh,
Rancho fucking
Rancho Moreno.
Yup, dude.
Your tata had a ranch.
There you go.
No, your great grand tata. Your tata had a fucking ranch of alcohol. he had
ranch
beer from
dressing.
he had Ranch Market. You know what I was thinking about the other day, dude?
Buy a fucking ox, dude. Plow my backyard.
See, if you would have watched the Cuban documentary, that would make more sense. You know what I was thinking about the other day?
What?
Just like the lockdown in LA is supposed to be over May 15th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They haven't extended it yet.
Yeah.
And I don't think that if they haven't extended it by now, and it's probably going to be limited, you know. I know Florida, Tennessee, Georgia opened up, and you can go to bowling alleys, haircuts, churches, restaurants with limited seating. It looks like 50% capacity or
A
something.
fucking bowling alley is the most disgusting place. You share everything.
Yeah, shoes.
Seats, shoes, bowling balls. Like,
Yeah.
holy fuck.
Everybody sticks their fingers in the same ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
an
what's
orgy
opening
without
up.
the orgasm,
Yeah.
which is fucking shitty, you know. But with that said, we're probably gonna open in on the 15th. You know,
You think so?
I mean,
What if shit goes bad over there?
I guess that's gonna be the fucking testing ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're the lot. We're gonna say, okay, go ahead, and then we'll let
play
you
it by
know.
ear.
We'll let you know. We're those guys, you know.
We'll play it
that
by
get
ear. I
invited.
don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. We
Well-
still don't know yet.
But I started thinking, even if we open,
Mm-hmm.
and we go back to doing shit. There's just some shit that's not going to be the same. Never, ever, ever, ever again.
No way.
You know what I was thinking about? That it never even crossed my mind. But you know when you're at a clinic or a hospital and you're in the waiting room, and they have magazines there, and everybody's sick, waiting to get called in, or kicking it with somebody who is sick that you've had contact with.
Yeah.
And everybody's reading through these magazines.
Yeah.
You know? And they put the magazine down. Some other asshole comes in. He sits down. He grabs the same magazine and touches it with his filthy hands.
He fucking licks his finger to turn the page.
Yes! Oh, my God.
Cocksucker.
I don't know that I'll ever touch a magazine in a waiting room again. I used to touch magazines in waiting rooms. I'm pretty sure you touched magazines in waiting rooms.
Yeah.
How do you not? They're there. As a matter of fact, sometimes you're reading a magazine and you're like, oh, shit, I want that one. You can't wait till they call that fucking sick fuck in. And then once he goes in, you go grab the fucking magazine from him.
Yeah.
He put on the table. You don't wipe it down.
No.
Nobody disinfects it.
No.
You just grab it, you touch it, and then you go inside.
I think you are going to think twice before touching things. For sure, dude. Like unnecessary touching, right? Like, because you do it so often, dude, throughout the day. Like, if you go out to places, dude, you're touching shit constantly, bro. I think you're fucking eating. And I guess with that said, like, you do need to come into contact with some germs. Right?
Otherwise, how do you build your immunity?
Yeah. So, you know what, dude? Who knows? Whatever I was going to say, just fuck it. I don't know.
Also,
a fucking moron.
Did you see the thing that's least used by women during the quarantine?
Razors.
That's probably up there.
Deodorant.
That's probably up there too.
Makeup.
Bras.
Oh.
People are like, fuck a bra. When people get home, they take off their bra.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. Scratch my back. Shit's fucking sucks.
Bra off, hair up, sweatpants on.
I hardly ever wear socks anymore.
But who tells them to wear bras?
Huh?
Who tells them to wear bras?
Well, you know, you can't just be walking around all fucking willy-nilly. Nipped up. I guess you can. Why not? I don't know that I would wear a bra.
I was about to say, like,
if it was like the
like
norm,
if it hurt, right? Like, I wouldn't fucking.
If it was the norm for dudes to wear bra, I you know what, Hooter? I don't agree with you. Where like because there's motherfuckers that wear a suit and tie, and that's uncomfortable. To constantly have a fucking thing choking you.
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
I guess so, right?
But they still wear it.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. Yeah, I guess.
You know?
I was going to say, dude, if something causes me pain, I don't think I'd wear it.
Discomfort?
Discomfort. Like, if I couldn't wait to go home to take something off,
how many times have you worn shoes that you can't wait to get home and take them off?
Yeah, I kind of.
Or a tie. And you wear it. You don't wear it.
I don't own a tie.
But you've worn ties.
I mean, yeah, when I was younger. I've never had a job to where I had to wear a tie.
Motherfucker, I've got pictures of you in ties.
Well, yeah, but I didn't race home to take it off, right? Because I'm not It's not
like a constant thing.
Right.
It's not like an everyday thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But bras are on
So they're the least used.
People are not using fucking bras. People aren't wearing makeup.
I wore jeans today for the first time, and I don't fucking know how.
I don't remember the last time I wore jeans.
I was afraid. I thought they weren't going to fit.
And?
They fit loose.
Shut the fuck up. You cocksucking pig.
They're falling.
I went down my little fucking thing about magazines. And then I started thinking about motherfuckers back in the day, you know? You remember that show Happy Days?
Mm-hmm.
The Fonz had a little black book. Mm-hmm. And in this little black book, the phone is now by default the little black book now. You know, because you keep all your numbers here. But back in the day, you had a phone book where you would write people's phone number.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were a player, you kept the little black book. And in this little black book, you had all the chicks that you...
Your rotation.
Your rotation.
Yeah.
And there was stars by the names.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, the little black book doesn't exist anymore. You know? It doesn't, like... It was just in the 1970s where people were still talking about the little black book.
Mm-hmm.
People like, this is my little black book. Now that I'm single, I got to get rid of the little black book. Now that I'm in a relationship, I got to get rid of the little black book, which is horrible. Just because I'm in love, all these people in the little black book with 5 stars all of a sudden have to disappear from my fucking life. What a shitty fucking deal that is, right?
I guess Yelp is the new black book, but not for people.
No, not for people. There's no Yelp for fucking dudes and chicks.
Pose.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, let me fucking Yelp this dick.
Damn, that'd be wild.
Yelping dicks? Dicks and pussies?
Dicks and pussies.
Oh, there's some people
It
that
would
say...
kind of fucking, I feel, have chicks step up their game, because I feel like there's just too many judging of dick games, dude.
Oh, yeah.
How many pussy games are getting judged?
None. Because a lot of people feel that pussy is pussy.
I know. Which they're holding us back by thinking like that.
It's like the comics that take a gig for fucking nothing.
Exactly.
And no room.
No room.
You get no hotel room. You get shitty pay. Hey, man, but I'm on the road. Fuck you. You're fucking up for all the comics.
You're fucking it up. Dude, now when I'm asking for a certain price, they're not going to give it to me because they could get Joe Blow to come out here for fucking free.
You cocksucker.
For a handful of trail mix. So thanks for that. That's why, you know what, dude?
And it's like pussy is always getting rated high. No matter how. Hey, pussy always gets 5 stars.
Fuck that, dude. We got to start fucking 1-starring them, dude. Because I bet you there'd be very few. I bet you most chicks would grade their shit, especially broken-hearted chicks. They'd start leaving those fucking 1-star reviews, dude.
Let me tell you something. I've had, like, when I meet people and we go back and forth, and the minute that fucking the shit turns to sex, this pussy's fire. I know my pussy's fire. And I'm, well, if it burns, I don't want it.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here with your fire pussy if it burns.
Nobody wants that.
If it burns, I don't want none of that shit. You know, or fucking, this is good dick.
Oh, yeah.
I got good dick here, man. This is fucking pay my rent dick.
As a matter of fact, dudes tell other dudes how good their dick is.
Oh, dude, my shit is fucking bomb. Fucking, my Jimmy runs deep. Mm-hmm. So deep, put her ass to sleep. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
That'd be the move. I think you'd be able to see
the little black book.
Okay, is this chick good at this, and that? Well, I'm not good at that, so maybe this, but I'm good at this. Where so she's lacking, so maybe we're gonna make up for each other.
We're gonna balance each other.
We're gonna balance each other out.
I think exactly, as long as everybody comes, then you're winning. Mm-hmm. Everybody has to come.
Well, there on your review, this bitch takes too long to come. Oh, well, that's not for me then.
Mija, get the toy. I think we're gonna need backup. We could rebuild it. Yeah.
But you'll know that coming in. You'll show up with toys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the review.
Like if somebody if somebody says it takes an hour for me to come. An hour?
I mean, come on, dude.
An hour? A fucking hour.
We could have done so much during that time.
That's 2 episodes of Vita.
That's selfishness right there, bro.
And look, when you're first in love, you want to be in bed 24/7. There is no time.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm naked next to this.
Minute.
Every minute. If I could spend my whole life naked next to you, but that's only in the beginning. Mm-hmm. after you hit a certain point, it's like, God damn it, man. I got to get up.
I got to go get coffee, bro.
I need a coffee.
Come on, man.
I need a fucking coffee. That's it for me, dude. You got anything else?
No. Just go out there and rate some pussy, guys. Okay?
Also,
and be strict with it. Don't just be fucking giving out 5 stars just because you got laid. No, dude. You got to fucking, you
can't just be grateful for getting laid.
No, dude.
And by the same token, there's a lot of shitty dick out there.
Yes, and
There's
that's
a lot of
fine.
shitty dick. Oh, that's fine.
Yes, because there's shitty everything.
Yes.
There's shitty cheeseburgers sometimes.
Shitty pussy, shitty dick.
Exactly, dude. Shitty puss, shitty fucking dick and balls, fucking butt. Maybe the chick has good head game. Or maybe this dude could fucking lick your clit off. You know what I mean? So, again, it's all about balancing.
Balance it out.
It's all about reviews, dude. We got to leave honest reviews. Otherwise, dude, you're just going to be in there for an hour trying to figure this chick out. And you're not going to have time to go get coffee.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Listen, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who tunes in and listens to the Yo podcast. I hope that you're healthy as fuck, that you're healthy as could be, that you're doing as good as could be, that you're keeping your head as sane as possible during this crazy time, this uncertain time, this time that we've never fucking this time in history that's never been experienced before. I hope you're as good as can be. Also, please hit us up with a rate and review. We were averaging about 5 to 6 a month. April slowed the fuck down. And I know you guys, the last thing you want to do is fucking leave a fucking review. But just hit us up and say, hey, fuckers, thanks for listening. Thanks for keeping and talking to us,
guys.
Whatever. If it's within your doing, hit us with a review, because that's the only way you can communicate back with us. Right now, it's a one-way conversation. The only way that it's a two-way conversation is with your reviews and saying that shit is funny. Even if it's fucking thank you, that shit is funny. We appreciate. We're not asking you for fucking money. We're not asking you for fucking blood. We're not asking you to fucking go out and fucking do X activity. Just fucking go on there and leave a fucking rate and review, and we appreciate the fuck out of that. I can't thank you enough for tuning in, and fucking much love to all you motherfuckers. Hope you stay fucking safe. Who are you got anything else to say?
I'd say just if you can, please share the podcast, dude. Now's the time. Maybe people have more of an open mind. They won't be scared, right? They're not at work, so they could listen to us without feeling like embarrassed, even though nobody could hear us because they're using their earphones. But sometimes people get weird about it. But now's the time, dude. They're just at home, right? Stuck, not knowing what to do. I mean, how many times are you going to watch The Office, bro? You know what I mean?
The Office.
Michael
I
Scott's
finally got into The Office.
And isn't it so funny?
You have to get to know the characters in order to fucking understand it.
I've been saying that.
You haven't been saying that.
I've been.
You never told me that.
Always.
Oh.
Look, you can only watch it so many times, okay? Fucking dish over the goddamn Yo podcast, dude. I've seen people on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook talking about, what should I watch now? Anybody have any recommendations? Dude, shoot over the podcast. Say, hey, man, listen to this, okay? That's your opportunity. When somebody asks for suggestions, dude, boom. When they ask for new music, boom, Yo podcast.
No Te Asustes podcast in Spanish, 100% en español for all your Spanish-speaking friends, available on iTunes and all platforms where podcasts are shared. No Te Asustes, which means don't get scared. Check out Hooter's show, Could Have Gone Pro. Hooter could have gone pro, but, he had me as a dad, so I didn't took him to basketball camp. So Could Have Gone Pro with Hooter Moreno. The Yo podcast, have people share that. What's Up Full podcast. George Perez Stories. Yeah Man podcast with Rodrigo Torres. Los Podcasteros del Norte is a podcast with Rodrigo and Martin Rizzo, also in Spanish. Trifecta Comedy has a Spanish podcast called No Hay Pedo with comedians from Cisco Ramos.
Jesus Trejo.
Jesus Trejo.
I forget that third dude.
Fabricio Copano.
That's what it is.
Is Trifecta Comedy presents No Hay Pedo. And listen, I'm probably leaving out a shit ton of podcasts.
The American Wannabes, they're still
the
pumping out
American
shit.
Wannabes are still pumping out shit. What's Alfred's podcast?
The New Latinos.
New Latinos podcast.
The Mega Man podcast.
The
He's
Mega
still
Man
pumping out
podcast.
shit,
You
dude.
know what? Support everything. Obviously, you've got the Church of what's happening now with Joy Diaz. All the big podcasts. We don't need to plug them. They've got a million fucking
Your boy Beto.
Beto Duran. Could
Living
have
the
gone
dream.
pro and living the dream.
And he also has a new game show going on every day on Facebook and YouTube. It's called Person, Place, or Thing.
Check out Beto Duran. No Father, No Problem. Let Me Know Pod.
What's your dad's Spanish podcast called? That's what somebody just commented.
No Te Asustes. Yeah, that's it. If we forgot you, our bad. But there's a ton of stuff out there to entertain you right now. Thank you guys again. I can't thank you fuckers enough for fucking tuning in and listening to our fucking rantings and whatnot.
Yes. Peace.
I think I can overdrive it just a little bit.